And I think I know how we gotta end this. Ultimate feast
bomb.
Boom. Crad.
Welcome back to JuiceLabs.
What's up, everybody? We're back with Dark. I'm Clay.
Juice.
I'm Jack.
I'm Corey.
Sever that knot.
We made
Sever
it.
the knot.
Series finale.
The Paradise.
We're finally gonna get some answers.
Well, probably not.
I don't think we are.
We're gonna find out what Claudia knew. Claudia was, she was alive in both realities.
So it says Claudia reveals how everything is connected, but we already know.
We already know how everything's connected.
Yeah.
And how we can destroy the knot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Read past
we
the
already
dash.
know.
You're
how to
right.
destroy that.
I usually stop at the dashes in books. I don't like books too good.
Jede Reise hat einen Anfang. Aber deine hat kein Ende.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Du hast gedacht, dass der Ursprung in der Verbindung der beiden Welten liegt. Aber in Wahrheit liegt er außerhalb der beiden Welten.
See, it's just a science experiment from the third
Ist vom
world.
Dualismus geprägt. Und eine dritte Dimension ist nichts vollkommen. Die Welt, aus der dieser Knoten geboren wurde. In der ein einziger Fehler begangen wurde.
It was clock, guys.
So that machine gives
Tannhaus
birth to two
in der
worlds.
Ursprungs-
Whoops.
Und damit unsere beiden Welten erschaffen.
I think they just have to kill the clock guy. The clock guy's got to be dead in this. I
Yeah.
don't see him making it out. Which is interesting for his character, I guess.
Seems far too easy.
So that would restore it, so that would wipe out both their timelines, but both their worlds.
And
Which
none
is
of
what
them
they
would
want
exist.
anyway.
How did
Yeah, none of
she
them.
know that was the origin, though?
Yeah.
When did she
Well,
come across that?
She's the only one that's been to both worlds
Oh.
and has learned everything.
Well, he said she's dead, right?
Yeah.
So she got killed in Eve's world by herself. She got killed in Adam's world by Noah.
Noah.
But that Claudia must be from the origin world.
Yeah. Either that or she did have a vest on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Das hier. Ist das schon einmal passiert?
Dass du versuchst, den Ursprung zu zerstören. Das ist unendliche Male passiert. Aber das hier, du und ich, geschieht zum ersten Mal.
Why would you ever believe that, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wirklich
And I would
zusammen.
immediately ask, well, what normally happens?
Alles, was du getan hast, alles, was Eva getan hat dazu geführt, den Knoten aus beiden Welten auf ewig aufrechtzuerhalten. Mein Sohn, er ist der Ursprung. Er schenkt abwechselnd in der einen und in der anderen Welt allen ihr Leben.
Here come
Hey,
these-
we're your sons.
Here come these goons again.
Du willst deinen Sohn zerstören und den Knoten mit ihm. Eva will, dass er lebt und muss dafür den Knoten aufrechterhalten.
You said that like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Woher weißt du von der Ursprungswelt?
Yeah, she's from the origin world.
Ich habe 33 Jahre in beiden Welten nach Antworten gesucht. Bis ich begriffen habe, dass wir nicht alle Teil des Knotens sind. Beide Welten sind ein Geschwür, das aus etwas anderem entstanden sein muss.
All die Jahre habe ich gedacht, dass sie meine Tochter ist.
Ich habe mir lange Zeit gewünscht, dass du der Vater bist. Aber es ist besser so. Sie ist nicht Teil des Knotens. Sie wird leben.
So Tranta is not the father.
Yes, which makes her not a time baby, so yeah, she does exist in the real world.
Bis ich verstanden habe, dass unsere beiden Welten aus einer anderen entstanden sind.
Oh, does the apocalypse create the other world? So the apocalypse in Adam's world must start Eva's world and vice versa or some shit?
Die Ursprungswelt. Ich weiß, wo das Schlupfloch ist, nachdem du so lange gesucht hast. Die Zeit. Während der Apokalypse ist sie für den Bruchteil einer Sekunde stehen geblieben. Ist für einen Moment auch die Kette aus Ursache und Wirkung gebrochen. Eva weiß das. Sie nutzt das Schlupfloch in einer Welt, um ihr jüngeres Ich in die eine oder andere Richtung laufen zu lassen. Und du musst es dafür nutzen, Jonas auf einen anderen Weg zu schicken. Um damit den Kreislauf endgültig zu brechen.
So that split second causes the splits. So she isn't from the third world. She split herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Du musst sie in die Ursprungswelt schicken, damit sie dem Ganzen endlich ein Ende setzen.
I still think it is in the show.
Aber erst müssen wir hier weg.
He's using
Was soll das?
the apocalypse split.
Was ist das?
He's using the split to rope-de-dope him.
Yeah.
Was ist das?
It's an apple.
Das ist unsere letzte Hoffnung.
I like that. So it splits. That makes sense more with the worlds thing. Where that's why there's not infinite worlds, because you can only split right at the apocalypse. Because of that fraction of a second thing.
Yeah.
Welche Zeit ist das? Die Frage ist nicht, welche Zeit,
Oh, Christ.
Is it what world?
sondern welche Zeit.
It's which world?
All das hier niemals passieren muss. Aber dafür musst du mir vertrauen.
Said that once or twice before.
Yeah. Jonas has never had a problem trusting anybody for any reason.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be what holds you up here.
I wish he said right there. Not an issue.
Yeah. Listen, bud, I already trusted you.
Yeah.
Found the right guy.
Hang on, let me feel this. Let me feel your chest. Is there a heartbeat in there? Yeah, I trust you.
Yeah, I trust you.
Dir bleibt nur wenig Zeit. Die andere Martha. Du musst sie retten.
I kind of get what he's saying. So he just saved him right before the split. So now they have to save Martha when she splits. But I don't understand what the two of them are going to do together.
Papa,
Sag ihm, dass es mir leid tut.
It's kind of weird hugging yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess. So she never wanted to kill Aegon. I mean, she never obviously did from the start, but
Yeah. I mean, I like that.
I like how this isn't completely selfish.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
acknowledges, like, a lot of this stuff, you know, you can justify pretty much all the aggressive shit to people that are aware of it in this world, like, specifically Claudia, because they're like, you know, none of this matters.
Yeah.
All of this, we're going to wipe out both these timelines, so I can kill my dad, I can do whatever,
And it sucks.
as long as
but-
it helps.
Yeah. So she's kind of like sacrificing herself just to fucking end all the bullshit worlds.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The first season, what's her name? Katarina. She's like, this town is a cancer.
Yeah.
But turns out this whole fucking world and the other world are a cancer. So she was onto something season 1.
All because the Fontana House guy just wanted his son and granddaughter back.
Yeah. Which I get, but
I understand it.
I mean, he must have spent 5 years welding, because that's how long it takes to get your license. Is he gonna throw the apple?
Come on, Jonas.
I think he's just
Oh,
going
he's
for
gonna
it.
just
I
tackle
like
her.
this.
Yeah.
He's sending it.
Let's go. Unless they pull out a gun. Yeah!
Oh, get robbed, boy.
Oh,
That was great.
What a move.
you just got.
Man, Jonas, that was smart.
That was smooth as hell.
Yeah.
Tannhaus, der Uhrmacher. Wird heute die Passage zum ersten Mal öffnen. Noch nicht viel Zeit. Wir müssen verhindern, dass es jemals passiert.
just feels so weird that like the origin of everything, the two worlds, is something we haven't really even like talked about that much, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Have
didn't
we
talk about
explored?
it at all.
Yeah, the clockmaker's like children and him making that.
We saw that
Well,
for
he didn't
the
even
first
reveal it
time
until like 2 episodes ago.
1 episode ago.
Yeah, it was last episode they show him making that machine for the first time.
Oh, I mean, 2 episodes ago we even found out about his kids.
yeah,
Or that
that's
his
true.
kid died.
Das ist etwas kompliziert zu erklären. Du und ich, wir sind der Grund dafür, dass alles so passiert.
Du willst, dass sie nie existieren? Deine Welt und meine.
Yes.
Dass wir nie existieren.
I can understand how it's hard to accept, but there isn't really time to explain.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this Claudia?
think it might be Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping these two would hang out. He has a gun in his hand.
She's mad dog.
Yeah, do it, motherfucker, do it.
Sterbe. Nur ein weiterer Schritt im Kreislauf. Worauf wartest du?
I mean, does it even matter at this point?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
already...
So yeah.
Because it's changed now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because Claudia
Yeah.
just changed it.
Yeah.
Du hast mich getötet.
Wir sind schuld an diesem niemals endenden Déjà-vu. Und wir sind diejenigen, die es beenden müssen.
Man, I'm actually loving this episode.
Yeah, I know. This is a
It's
very
all
good
new
episode.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
all new
Yeah.
shit. They're answering some things that I was complaining about. It makes sense now.
Yeah.
Thanos hat in der Ursprungswelt alles verloren, was ihm jemals etwas bedeutet hat. Er hat diesen Schmerz niemals vergessen.
Wait, is their plan to, like, stop the car accident instead of stop him from the time machine?
It might be.
That would be better.
And save his
Yeah.
family so he never has their... Yeah, so they're gonna take the pain away from him.
Niemals nach einem Weg sucht, alles rückgängig zu machen.
Oh, I like that plan way better.
In der
Thanos hat versucht, in eine Welt zurückzureisen, in der seine Familie noch lebt. Aber anstattdessen hat er seine Welt gespalten. Den Knoten erschaffen. Wir müssen zu dem Moment zurückreisen, wo sein Schmerz seinen Anfang genommen hat.
Now, don't you dare tell me they're the reason that they're in the middle of the street, the guy driving is like, ah!
I'm gonna be so
And then
mad.
that's why it goes off the bridge.
I'm gonna be so mad.
I still don't understand 100% of the apple because I feel like
Yeah.
they
Why don't
both.
they just
like,
apple their way there?
But he,
I guess
he destroyed his world when he created the other two.
Like for them to go through
Oh,
this, they're
okay.
too
So
late, aren't they?
there's two. So yeah, there is no other world right now.
Yeah, because
So-
he destroyed it. But
Yeah.
they're in the passage right now to big send it into
Yeah.
his.
All right. Ooh.
So is this the third world? After it was already destroyed?
This is just time.
This looks like Interstellar.
Right.
Oh, they're gonna combine?
And then there's a third tunnel coming this way to the origin world.
Yeah.
Musst du jedes Mal wieder davon anfangen? Kannst du es nicht einmal gut sein lassen? Du hast mir doch gesagt, die Welt da draußen wäre voller Geheimnisse. Und dass das, was wir wissen, ein Tropfen in einem unendlichen Ozean ist, ja? Wenigstens da hast du mal recht gehabt.
If they cause this accident, this monitor's going right out the window.
That's it. I'm done.
We're smashing everything.
Man, how are they gonna stop this? I mean, it looks like it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, right? It's rainy night. They're gonna be standing in the middle of the road.
Yep.
There's a bridge though. There's no bridge here.
Oh, whew.
All right. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Are they just both gonna disappear?
Maybe. I mean,
I mean,
Slash the tires.
if they're still there, then he still gets in the accident.
That's true.
Yeah.
what
If
not?
it's gonna be one of those. They.
Brücke ist gesperrt.
Oh, the bridge is closed. Okay.
Was wir wissen, ist ein Tropfen. Was wir nicht wissen, ein Ozean.
Oh, good play, Jonas.
It is.
Dein Vater liebt dich.
For a second, I thought they were gonna change their mind and go, you know what? We are meant to be. Get down there. That bridge is wide open.
Well,
And
I
just
hope,
repeat the
hopefully
cycle.
Martha just saw that baby and realized how much she like looks at it like, well, I can't live and my baby can't live, but this mother can live and her baby can live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'm still concerned because they're still standing there. They should have disappeared.
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't they instantly disappear the second they should
That's what I'm
already be
saying.
gone?
They should instantly disappear right when they decide they're not going to drive anymore.
I mean, depending on what knocks them off the bridge, technically they should have disappeared the second they appeared and he swerved, I think.
Yeah.
Depending on what knocks them off, assuming it's another car or something. I don't really know, though.
Ihr seid zurück.
Die Brücke ist gesperrt. Dein Sohn denkt, er hat ein paar Engel gesehen.
Mach dich nicht lustig. Ich hatte nur plötzlich so ein Gefühl.
It's kind of funny because, like, in a picture, in a way, that picture of his son and his daughter-in-law, that they're like Adam and Eve, because they're the reason that the whole thing.
Oh.
Is he...
Hey, all right.
So maybe they could just. Oh, I was gonna say maybe they could stay here.
Let's
I
go.
was
gonna say that now it'd make okay.
Wir passen perfekt zusammen. Ich hab nie etwas anderes.
I see trees of green.
Oh, love this song.
Yeah.
Roses. What a wonderful
I like this ending.
Yeah, this is nice.
I like this a lot.
This is
nice.
what we were hoping for with both worlds end, but
It would have been
other
nice
world continues.
if Jonas and Martha could be together, but
Yeah.
Auf dich.
Auf dich. Und danke für die Einladung.
Ja, auf dich.
oh, she ended up with cop guy. He's got both his arms and both his eyes.
Wow.
What a
Hey.
that's great.
Oh.
Dein Auge. Es sieht viel besser aus.
Du hast uns nie erzählt, was da eigentlich genau passiert.
Oh, never mind.
Ja, hast du es auch noch nie gesagt. Erzähl mal.
Nobody's gonna tell us what happened to the eye, or the.
I don't think they're
Du
gonna.
musst versprechen, dass es niemandem weiter erzählt.
I think they're gonna tease it.
They cut to black.
Letzten Sommer ist.
Damn it.
We're never gonna find out. Oh, we gotta get Back to the Future ending.
RoboCop, it's your kids.
Yeah. RoboCop, come with me.
Vielleicht ist es ja auch besser so.
Habt ihr schon einen Namen?
Ooh, is it Jonas?
I swear to God.
Ich glaube, ich finde Jonas einen schönen Namen.
Ooh. All right.
Hold up.
Man.
What a ride!
Okay.
Wow.
What a ride!
That
That's
was-
just a different Jonas, though, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
oh,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
different
The
person.
kid, they were named Jonas. Let me tell you, whoever said episode 7 was the best and episode 8 kind of fiddled.
Yeah. No.
What an
fizzled
idiot.
out. Wrong.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So
That
wrong.
was the best episode of the whole series.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that episode.
100%. They just saved themselves
Yeah.
with a dope ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Wow, I
totally
didn't,
saved that.
Oh, I mean, I guess-
That just made the show a whole lot better for me.
That made
Yeah.
for me too. It
Yeah.
made that whole show way better.
Yeah.
I think my only complaint with the whole show was that season 2 didn't really have to exist. If you just went season 1 and then combined the important parts of season 2 and season 3, and it just moved a little faster along,
Yeah.
I would. It's a good show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think half of my apprehension with this show was the fear that it was going to be just a loop.
Yeah.
And like nothing would have gotten accomplished. Now that I know the ending, I feel like rewatching would be much more fun.
Yeah. A lot more rewarding.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we you know, the whole first, second, and most of the third season is everything's a loop. Every
Yeah.
time you think you're getting somewhere, it's a loop, so it's naturally frustrating.
I was hurt
Exactly.
so many times by
Yeah.
thinking things were about to
I mean,
change.
I already have trust issues in this show.
Yeah.
Riley
brought 'em
said
out.
in the first season with the once the characters lose agency and you know everything's already happened and you stop to believe when they're like, oh no, this is new again. And you're like, no, it's not, because the last 5 things have not been new.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't care as much because we're going to loop around, and I know you're fine because we've seen older you. And you're
where I
still
lose
going to
the
lead here.
interest. But
Yeah.
now, I mean, so they finally did change things and end their world, and Now I feel much more rewarded for all the time I put in.
Exactly.
Man,
That was
that was good.
That was a really, really good ending. I think that was the best way they could have done it.
That ending was perfect, I think.
Yeah.
Not happy with who lived, by the way.
No,
It was not the best character.
Pretty bad table of survivors, except
Yeah.
for RoboCop.
RoboCop, thank
Yeah.
you.
So
thank
happy
God.
RoboCop lived.
I mean, it's kind of Claudia was she kind of saved everything by destroying both worlds.
Was
And
Katarina there?
Yeah,
Katarina.
was
Well,
there.
Katarina's at the final table.
I like
Rick's not
Katarina.
there.
I think
Yeah.
Katarina got a bad rap.
Yeah.
I like Katarina.
I'll tell you, let's bring up how that Jonas and Martha duo was clutch as fuck.
Yeah.
They were just crunch time, fourth quarter, got it done.
Yeah, Jonas pulled the whole apple in the pocket
Oh
and
my God.
the
Yep.
tackle.
And then when they just appeared in front of the car, they knew exactly what to say. Oh man, that was some Kobe Bean Bryant shit right there.
I think they could have said a few things, so it would have been all right.
But I mean, that was just the perfect play. Drop in the ocean because they had just said it. Man,
Fucking.
He
nailed
could have
it.
just kept
putting the
yelling.
apple in his
I
jacket.
think
Yeah, that
the real
was
thing was
dope.
just getting there. At that point, I think he could have just kept screaming, "You're gonna die on the bridge."
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point they would have just thought they were crazy.
Yeah, I just went on the bridge anyway.
You're gonna die on the bridge!
Just like slash your tires and start attacking them.
That's what I would have done. I would have just come up to them with a Glock knife, bop, 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 bop.
When
Oh,
they
look at
started
that,
to
you ain't going anywhere.
When they started materializing in front of the car and it looked like they were going to hit them and they swerved, I was already.
Yeah,
I was starting
I was
to
like-
stand up and grab this chair to throw.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh my
no, no.
Oh,
only-
dude, I had a lot of panic.
The only
Yeah,
saving
there
grace
was
for
a-
that scene was I was like, I haven't seen them get on a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they got on a bridge, oh my God, Jonas and Martha caused them to fall off the bridge, and then the loop continued.
Yeah, I would have been
And they didn't even
so upset.
younger Jonas and you'd think young Jonas and younger Martha, because they haven't gone through all the suffering of like Adam and Eve at the end. They would have held up a little bit, being like, we're not only taking out you and me, which is sad enough. We're taking out about 80% of the people in this town.
Yeah.
But they weren't ever supposed to exist, and
That's
they were
true.
all pieces of shit.
Yeah, they really were just terrible. All of them were terrible.
Yeah, it was a lot of time goop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
they
much
were all
time goop.
goop, and the goop was just polluting everything. It's a lot of goop in Winden.
Yeah, it was toxic goop.
And the goop was multiplying with other goop,
Uh-huh.
and then time goop, and then there was fathers of goop from the past, and they just
Space
needed
goop.
to cut it. They needed to
Yeah.
scrape the whole place
And
clean.
that is what they did. They just, you know what they did?
They fumigated it.
They
Yeah.
burned it to the fucking ground.
They certainly
is what
did.
they did.
That's what we said right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
You just
You gotta
gotta
destroy
You gotta
this
destroy
town.
everything.
That's all I wanted since the first episode of this show was everyone to be dead.
Yeah.
I was Team Adam the whole time, and I'm happy I stuck with Team
Yeah,
Adam.
you know
That
what?
was a
Adam
Same.
was right,
Same.
wasn't he?
He was
Well,
right.
he wasn't right because he needed more info. But compared to the two of them, Eve kind of just
She just
what was it?
wanted the same
Eve
shit
wanted,
to happen
she
over
wanted
and
the same
over.
Yeah.
shit because she needed her son to be born.
Yep. And then
So-
Adam he had the right idea.
Adam had the right idea. He just, he didn't
Lacked
figure it out.
execution.
I do like how the whole their son, Martha and Jonas, total just not even, I wouldn't say a red herring, but kind of just didn't have anything to do with the main plot thing.
He just continued the loop.
He just continued, just another part of the loop.
Yeah.
Nothing special about
I can't
him.
believe how important those. I can't get over how like the crux of the show. These big characters are characters we haven't even really seen from a
Yeah.
character. The clockmaker. I like that it's the clockmaker because I think even a few episodes ago I was saying like this guy is so important to the plot, but at the same time not because we
Yeah.
don't see him too much.
Yeah, we know
But
nothing of
his
he's not-
children though,
yeah.
in that accident. You would think that would have been mentioned more,
I think
or
they-
at least earlier in the season.
I
Once.
think they just purposely pulled it back because they said right off the bat in like the first season that Charlotte's dad, who's the clockmaker, isn't his biological, and then they let a little bit more. They probably could have mentioned the kids a little bit earlier on, but didn't end up mattering.
I know
When
they
was-
mentioned them at some
When
point.
I was editing one of the earlier episodes, all the stuff with him talking about his kids I cut because I was like, this isn't important.
yeah.
Yeah, shut up, time man.
Shut up, clock, bitch.
Man.
Yeah. I'm happy it was him though. They showed him enough where it's like
Yeah.
you could imagine
Yeah,
like
no, he
a
was a good
scenario.
character. It's
He
the
was.
it's the kids that I'm more concerned about with that accident being it. But I
Yeah.
guess they had to figure that out. I
Yeah.
don't really know how. It seemed like Claudia just came out with some info all of a sudden and knew it. But I think she had to. Didn't she go to Adam and Eve?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she traveled between the
sucks that-
two.
You would think that they would find that out not through Claudia, but through maybe like Adam and Eve coming together and each presenting their info and finding like something that they overlap together, and then they learn that that's the moment, the car crash. Instead, like when they finally met, it seemed like Adam was just right, and he was like, "I'm right and you're wrong," and then they didn't really go back to them.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Also, Team Claudia was the real slept-on team.
Yeah.
Claudia nailed it, right?
Yeah,
she
Claudia
fucking nailed
brought
it.
it home.
I even said fuck Claudia at one point.
Yeah, I did too. And
Yeah.
the reason is because I thought Claudia was just selfish, willing to sacrifice anybody and anything for her child.
Exactly.
But really, the whole time, that was actually Eve.
Yeah.
Because Eve was the evil one who
Yep.
just was so selfish and blinded.
And then Claudia, like V15.0, shot her own self and figured it the fuck out.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I thought it was going to follow a more. I knew it wasn't. I was hoping it would follow more of a biblical story when we started introducing the snake, and then they pulled out the snake emblem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
exactly.
whole lot of there's a lot of red herrings.
Red herrings.
There's a
left and right.
tremendous amount of
The
red herrings.
entire biblical storyline
Was just
nothing.
gone.
The Vatican, nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
Can't
Shocking to me.
believe
The Pope,
Vatican.
even Ebenezer Scrooge wasn't involved.
Yeah.
It was just goddamn. It was just science.
It turns out it was science in the end.
Yeah, they just went back to the clockmaker, which is
There's still some unanswered questions with the
apple. They didn't even get into.
The apple they
Yeah.
never got into. Where did the apple come from? They never
talked
called it
about
the
that.
apple, but it was the apple.
Yeah.
Alexander's parents.
The whole.
Yeah, who is Alexander?
Yeah, no.
Never-
Fuck
it
him.
He's just a
didn't
guy
matter.
named Boris.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just-
A guy
guess.
named Boris.
It was
The
There's a
unrelated.
dude named Boris in the woods.
It was just
Yeah.
unrelated.
He killed
just
somebody.
listen. People kill people all the time. He was
Certainly do.
he was just another one who just got away.
Yeah, that was all unrelated, and we don't even know if he lived or not at the final table, right? So
I think he lived because his
Yeah,
parents.
he must have lived.
But I don't
Yeah.
think he came to Winden and hung out too much. Maybe he did meet up with Regina. So yeah, if that's unrelated, all
It
that still
probably
happened.
happened,
He
right?
still murdered 2 people.
He
Yeah.
still murdered that guy's brother, didn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he the
Although,
police chief's brother who
I
he
guess
murdered?
now the what is it? The nuclear power plant. I don't think Claudia runs it anymore. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't exist. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist at all.
Maybe he just never comes there now because Bartos can't exist anymore.
Yep.
I'll tell you, the reason I am not speculating as much as I do in other shows at the end of this is because there are points in the show that really frustrated me. And I know that there's info I missed because my brain would not pick it all up because I was frustrated.
Yeah, there
so
was
I
a
feel
few
like there's
moments.
things I missed,
There was
certainly.
so much goddamn
But I was
stuff
just,
in
this
this
show is exhausting.
Yeah,
It is
no, there was
exhausting.
there
That's
were
why
a lot of
I-
episodes.
There was so many
tuned
moments.
out.
There
where
was a
I
lot.
I think
like,
it would have
fuck.
been a lot better if season 2 and 3 were combined to take
They
care
didn't
of
need
all,
2 and 3.
No, to take care of all of that pacing problems that were my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
And if we got to this point a whole season ago, I would be in love with this
I feel like it was
Yeah,
milked a little
100%.
bit to get
They
to this
milked
point.
it,
They didn't need
definitely.
to, and because a lot of
it
stuff
was-
was red herrings, and because they are that, and there's so many of them, it's just another example of things that
It gets
could have
exhausting.
been cut down.
Yeah, I feel like you could have made season 3 2 episodes longer, and then that would be the whole show, just 1 2-season show.
Yeah, I agree.
And then
2
that would-
seasons is all it needed.
Yeah, and it would have been, I think, even better. But I mean, now after the ending, I like this
I
show
do
a
like
lot.
it.
Like, it was. I definitely need to rewatch it though, because like
Why did
you
they pick
said, I
those
fucking
children
tuned out
specifically
so much.
again? Do I even remember that? They said, why were they picking children to kill specifically in the first season?
We don't know. I think
Yeah,
it was
I'm
just
not-
like a test to see if they could time
Yeah, just
travel.
to get the time machine working.
Yeah.
Or his version, Noah's version. He was
They're just the
testing
easiest
something.
to kidnap.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
so.
they are.
And he still might have been targeting people specifically
just to
get
be
stuff
assholes, and they might know that it might not work because they're all pieces of shit because
Yeah.
they're cancerous, born of goop cancer.
They're born
Although,
of goop.
but none of it matters because again, Adam, he knew super early on that he wanted to sever the knot. So
Yeah.
and he told Noah, like, yeah, we're trying to this whole timeline doesn't matter. So like, kill children, fucking do whatever. Literally, this whole thing.
Look at this. I can't die.
Yeah. None of this matters because we're trying to wipe out this timeline.
It's nuts. This shouldn't be happening. Look, I'll go try and egg myself right now. Look at him.
It's like, I
It's
can't.
crazy. I can't die.
This is a wacky guy. I like this guy.
I feel like the people that wrote this show got the idea, the time paradox idea first, and then they just were like, we'll make it more complex and more thing, and our big thing will be like, no matter how complex it gets, it'll still make sense. We put it all out on the table, and that's what we'll worry about. And they worried less about likable characters.
Yes.
And lightening things up a bit.
Yeah, it was very...
Everyone's life was hell the whole time. Or well, maybe that's the whole point. They were like, we don't want... It's okay that these two worlds disappear because everyone was literally in hell the entire time.
Depressed all
Yeah,
the time.
that's true. It was much it brought us to a point where we were like, "Fuck these worlds, destroy these things, burn them down."
I think, in doing that, and like what you said, Corey, about them making it all the way to the end and knowing, like relying on this thing. Yeah, and they built all these red herrings and stuff, and I feel like they really. Lacked in building empathy for a lot of characters.
Yeah, 100% they did.
They put all their eggs in we're going to make this so complex, but it still makes sense, so that'll blow your mind that like all this happens in less
Which is
on...
cool.
Which goes back to what you said about it being like 2.5 seasons almost, because I think when you rely on that too much, like a lot of the reveals and the deaths and the big moments,
exactly,
a lot of agency is lost by the characters, and then they don't hit as much because it's one thing, which is this time paradox, and it's been stretched too long.
Yes.
And so everything's starting to hit slightly more dull. That's why I really think that all goes back to like 2 seasons, 2.5 seasons. Something like that.
Would have been perfect.
It's like a little too long.
By the 3rd season, even by some parts of the 2nd season, when people, like, bad things happened or people died or any of that, it was just, oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like...
It's like, oh, I'm your dad, but you're my dad. It's like,
exactly. Reveals like that of like, oh, actually...
The first time, we were like, oh, shit.
Holy shit, there's a time baby here, this is a thing. And then it's like, no, they're all time babies.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
all the
Noah
weight.
and Agnes are actually Bartos's kids. Okay.
Like, oh, all right.
That's
all
another
the weight
thing.
just gets taken out.
That's another thing we'll put on the board of just like, that's a thing. But none of it matters because the only thing that actually matters, which I'm saying from the beginning, is Adam's story.
I think they get
so
trapped.
it's not Adam. Doesn't matter.
They're trapped in this one story they're telling, and a lot of the reveals and big moments become recycled in those.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know it's like not a good way to look at a show like that because obviously they're not. Maybe they're not thinking about it like that, but I don't know. Just like decompressing and thinking about it now, that's how it feels. Like they're just trying to tell a story, but it feels like a lot of the big moments and stuff get recycled, and not. Yeah, I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as likable characters, I liked hating Hannah. So
Yeah.
I liked her in that she was...
Hannah might have been my favorite for that reason.
But that's why I liked her as a character.
She left the biggest impression.
She was compelling to watch. And then Aegon, too, he was interesting to me because at first he was kind of hateable, and then I kind of really started to like him when we saw his past self, and then, like, I thought he was a compelling character as well. There's some characters that were just really one note, and I would say most of them, that I just didn't care.
Yeah, they were all essentially the same kind of a character. Like they were just the same mannerisms, and not the mannerisms, but their attitude, like their general outlook was all the same.
Apathy.
Just like sad, I hate it here, Wyndon stinks, everything's depressing.
Yeah, and then
there needs to be more variety of characters.
There was a lot of apathy just shared between a lot of characters.
Exactly. But my final verdict on this, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
That's about where I was.
Yeah. I was going to give it about a 4.
I was going 5.
Until we got this last episode.
Yeah, they stuck the landing.
Yeah,
they did stick the landing.
And that's big, I think.
Yeah,
I'm around to 8.
That can make a show.
I think a lot of shows. Let me tell you, a lot of shows
destroy a lot of shows
that we liked a lot more. Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
great show. They did not stick the landing,
and I can't rewatch it.
No,
I literally just can't.
What a devastating season.
Ugh.
So I totally agree, Jack. Like a 8
Yep.
for this. It's just because they really wrapped it up just perfectly, in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
I normally don't
Not
like
bad.
ratings, as I am a victim of recency bias when I watch shows, but I will give it a rating of certainly below an 8. Leave it there. That's where I'm going to leave it, I think.
All right. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
That is fair.
It's hard to compare, ratings wise. How do you compare it to other shows?
Yeah.
Because how do you compare like Dark to like The Boys?
That's why you can.
Yeah, that's true.
And like True Detective Season 1's my
True
favorite
Detective
series
Season
that's
1,
ever been made.
Well, yeah, that's.
But it's 8 episodes. It's an 8-hour movie.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, my favorite long show I'd say is probably Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although
I
again,
love Game of Thrones.
been
where it's 8
rewatching
seasons
The Wire.
of it's like. So
I mean,
long,
Game of
it's-
Thrones I've watched
You
so
can never
many
compare
times.
so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We're gonna rewatch.
Game
But
of Thrones
still less
season
than
1
that.
to 4.
I
Game of
stand by
Thrones.
mine though.
Yeah.
I stand by my rating.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed it. I stuck through some stuff that frustrated me, and overall, I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I am happy we watched it all too, though.
Yeah.
I did like it more. Like season 1, I was a big fan of. I had a lot of problems in the middle, but I do. Like, I think the ending was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite episode of the whole series.
That was by
Yeah.
far the
Short
best
of maybe
episode.
like
So,
short of
by
maybe
and
like
far.
a season 1 episode. I
Yeah,
can't remember that. I
like
liked
there
a
were
lot.
some big reveals in season 1 where we were first having those revelations and
Yeah.
we weren't desensitized by that. So yeah, there were, but I would say that episode was fantastic.
Yeah. So.
And I want to see what that theory I was thinking of that makes time pauses for a second.
Yeah, big booty theory. When your ass too thick, that it stop time itself.
Quite literally stops time.
Facts.
I still don't think time can be stopped.
Oh, I don't either. I'm just saying, like I think I've heard it. Yeah, I'm not going to find it right now just on my phone. I'll go take some research. But I like that they introduced that, and I like that answered the, is there not just a million universes?
Yeah, they tackled all this stuff that kind of frustrated me. Because I was frustrated that you're going to bring up other worlds and not have infinite worlds. So, kind of cool.
And why those are the only ones that split. Why it had to be... Why did it have to be Martha and Jonas? Why couldn't it just be Claudia that went back? And when they saw each other again as kids, doesn't that mean that already happened? If they're in the thing? In the, like... They were in, like,
so it
the
happened
soup?
in that instance, so maybe that
Yes, maybe they
changed
remembered.
the time
Yeah,
that
so like it
then.
automatically happened.
I don't know. But, alright. I mean,
Either way,
good.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for
Thanks
sticking
for
with us.
sticking through it with us.
And we got to the promised land, baby.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it.
Paradisa.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I know how we gotta end this. Ultimate feast bomb. Boom. Get it? Ah. Crad.
Crad.
Crad.